Ladies and gentlemen, ducks, chickens, rabbits, cats, frogs, dogs, turtles, and everyone else that Manny Fresh addresses before he starts the track, I present to you the J. Cole verse of the week.
The good news is, homie, you came a long way. The bad news is, homie, you went the wrong way.
I chose this verse this week because we all have those times where we feel like, you got your head down, you're grinding, you're doing your thing, you're going hard. And then you look up and it's like, man, I really should have been doing this a different way. And for me, that was the diet that I was taking on. So I was doing good and I was eating the way I should. But that was the first time I've been eating meat in over a year. So I just had to go back to doing what was best for me. So came a long way, but went the wrong way. With that being said, let's get into the video. Welcome back, guys. Thanks for watching. This is going to be part 2 of the questions that you guys asked, getting those answers for those. Throughout this video, I'm going to be taking you through a couple of workouts, both some of my own and then some of mine with some of the clients that I help out. So let's get into it. Our first question comes from Heather. She asked if I'm a personal trainer. The simple answer to that is no. The more complex answer is kinda. So my degree is in sport and exercise science. I have worked for the last 2.5 years as an exercise physiologist. So more so on the rehab side of things, helping people get over injuries. Do I know how to help people lose weight? Yes. And some of the workouts, like you'll see with this young lady here, are catered towards that population that's dealing with pain, injuries, coming back from certain things like I was with my knee, and getting them to a point where they can work out again and be able to lose weight. The next question is if I take any BCAAs. Those are branched chain amino acids for those of you guys that don't know. The answer to that, yes, I get them from the vegan protein that I take. It's already included. But do I take them as their own separate supplement? No, I don't. Whey protein or plant? I prefer plant protein because whey is essentially dehydrated milk. Because of that, it gives you gas pretty bad and it makes you bloat. The overall thing we're trying to do is to look slimmer, so you get those same benefits without those side effects from the plant protein. How do I stay disciplined when on the health journey? There's 2 parts to this question. One part is that I'm not doing a diet or I'm not doing a X amount of day plan. I'm trying to make lifestyle changes that are going to stay with me going forward. And the second part is I'm real with myself. Like, I know I'm not the type to go 60 days with no cheat meals. So I kind of work on an 80-20 rule where, all right, 10 days total, we'll have 8 days where you're eating good, 2 days where you're not eating so bad. And if you happen to mess up, it's not the end of the world. You just keep going and start that over as day one. I think that'll be the best way to do it, to stop looking at it as such a cut and dry, either I'm good or I'm bad type of thing. We know that the mentality of everything is a big part of it. So if you start to get your mind back into that negative space, then you'll start to get back into those negative habits. The next question is, how do you find time? And this is a question that we get a lot from people that feel like there's a certain thing that you have to do. If you look at this video and what we're doing right now, we are going through a workout that's about 30 to 45 minutes in this young lady's home. We didn't use any equipment other than some 5-pound dumbbells. The stool is from her house. The jump ropes, the ladder, the mat. These are all her things. And who doesn't have 30 minutes in your own house? It's more about being creative than it is about finding that extra time. We have the time and we usually use it scrolling some kind of social media, looking at people with beach bodies and wondering why we're not them, which loses 0 calories for us. So just about getting yourself out and being creative with it. Who's my biggest fitness inspiration and why? On a personal level, it'd definitely be my dad. He used to work at 7 in the morning and he'd be up at 4 or 5 a.m. before he had to go in for his shift. And when you hear that Tupac or that Michael Jackson playing, that he was in there getting it in. And he'd do a full workout, take a shower, and he'd take me to school and he'd go to work. As far as someone that I don't know, there's a gentleman named Titus on Instagram. This guy is maybe 50, 60 years old, but he's lifting weight that I can't lift and doing moves that I can't do. And it just goes to show you that you are in charge more so of how you look and how you feel. And I just find him really inspiring because, I mean, why not do this until we can't do it anymore? And who's to say that you got to stop at 35, 36, 40? There's no number, you know? It's kind of like you're in control of your own destiny. How do you strengthen joints? Y'all are really trying to get these Meg the Stallion knees. The summer's over, but y'all about to be hot girl, boy, every seasons. There's no muscles in most joints, in any joints. Basically, what you're doing to strengthen a joint is to strengthen the muscles around it so that it moves through its proper range of motion. You also want to stretch and make sure that the muscles aren't tight around that joint. That way, it's moving the way that it should move, and that should alleviate the pain. Good question so far, guys. Why why is Dre scared to play me in basketball? I have no idea. Probably tired of losing, man. That's how I feel. How did I gain the weight back after losing it? This was a combination of things as well. The biggest factor was just being in pain. And when you're in pain, one, you can't work out as hard, so you have to rely more on your eating, which is my weakest part of this whole thing. And the other part of it is that you kind of get depressed, I guess is the best word for it, where you just feel sorry for yourself. And for me, the coping mechanism was food. What's my motivation and what inspired this journey? The answer to that is on your screen right now. That young man right there does not stop moving. And I felt like I was doing him a disservice by not being able to keep up with him. So the biggest part of everything that I did was just being able to be the best me that I could for him. What's my favorite workout and what's my least favorite that I know I should do more of? So as far as a favorite workout, I don't necessarily have one thing that I see programmed and it's like, oh yes, we're doing this today. I generally hate all of it. I make the most of it and I have fun with all of it, but I can't really think of one thing that's like, I'm so happy when I see that this is a part of what we're doing today. As far as what I need to do more of, I would definitely say some core stuff, and not to get abs or anything like that, but that's just your stabilizer for everything. So having a strong core will lead to you jumping higher, being able to bench press more, being able to squat more. That's the core, for lack of a better word, of your body. So strengthening that is strengthening everything. So I definitely need to get that in order. What do I like to do in my free time other than workout? As you can see, I have a big time taker right here with me. But as far as hobbies and things personally that I like to do, you'll find me doing a little bit of anything. Reading, writing. I'm a Grammy Award winning shower singer. You'll find me drawing. I'm getting into painting. Just a little bit of everything. Oh, but number one is vacationing. I saw something online that was like, hey, you should plan a vacation but not take it. And I'm not doing that. I'm planning it and I'm taking it and I'm relaxing and I'm enjoying myself the whole time that we're there. So yeah, lots of things besides working out. In fact, working out might be pretty low on the list of things that I like to do. It's a necessary evil. It is fun. Don't get me wrong. I don't want the overwhelming thought to be that I don't like to work out, but it's more of a business relationship. Kind of the way a lot of people look at their job, like, okay, I gotta go in, I gotta do these hours, and then I go home. If when I started looking at working out the same way, like, all right, a part of my day every day is gonna be working out, then it became so much easier than, all right, I'm gonna do these things, and then if I have time, I'm gonna work out. Is my family supportive of my fitness journey? Yeah, definitely. My mom doesn't eat meat at all. My brother doesn't eat meat at all. My sister's in the gym all the time. I told you about my dad. You see my son's running around like a madman. Yeah, it's definitely an accepted behavior to be active in my family. All right, guys, getting close to the end of the list. What kind of workouts for building my quads? The best that I've seen are a leg press, a leg extension, whether with the machine or without. Front squats for sure. Front squats probably be my number one that I would say for you guys to do. Other than that, get on Pinterest, get on Google, get on Instagram, and type it in and do the workouts that don't look like circus tricks and see what works for you. All right, guys, and our last question. I made sure to answer this guy's question absolutely last on purpose. Yes, sir. Do I even lift? That's Dr. Hernandez, man. He's always the number one guy with the jokes. Always with the jokes, man. Yes, I lift, sir. Yes. Last order of business before I let you guys get out of here. I need to announce the winner of my random Shut Up and Take My Money challenge from our last video. If you guys didn't get a chance to see that, I'll put it down into the description box below. You guys gave a lot of good answers. Some really inspired ones, some really fired up ones, some funny ones. But in the end, there can only be one winner. And I decided that I couldn't decide. So what I decided to do on this one is to go with my first entrant into the contest. And that's going to be this person right here. So if you see your information right here, reach out to me in the comment section below on my Instagram, my Facebook, even Snapchat. And we will coordinate getting your Cash App information and your award will be sent to you. I want to thank everybody for entering. I thought I might have to log on and ask myself questions and log on and enter my own contest, but you guys have been extremely supportive. I thank you so much. Alright guys, that's all for this video. Be sure to go like, comment, subscribe, share with anybody that's going to love it. And here's a couple more things for you guys to look into before you leave the channel.